Ladies and gentlemen, good day. If you're hearing this, you're about to hear something that can change the way you experience not only yourself, but also the people around you. What if I told you there is one thing you can heal in your life that will have an immediate, powerful impact on how others perceive you? One shift, one transformation, one moment of healing that will ripple outward and change the way people treat you forever. That one thing is your relationship with yourself. You see, the way you treat yourself, the way you perceive yourself, is the energy you radiate into the world, and the world responds to your energy. It's not just about your actions, it's about the frequency you emit. Every thought you think, every belief you hold about yourself, every emotion you feel broadcasts a signal to everyone around you. Whether you realize it or not, your internal state is influencing how others see you, interact with you, and treat you. When you heal your relationship with yourself, you begin to change the energy you put out into the world. You stop seeking validation or approval from others because you've already found it within. You no longer chase love, respect, or acceptance because you recognize that you are worthy of all of these things, simply because you exist. When you heal this internal wound, it shifts your vibration. And suddenly, the way people treat you begins to shift too. People will begin to treat you with the same respect, love, and appreciation that you've started to give to yourself. They'll mirror your own sense of worth, reflecting back to you how you now see yourself, whole, complete, and deserving. The moment you stop looking for others to fill the void you've created within yourself, you become magnetic. You draw to you the energy that aligns with who you truly are. And it all starts with healing the one thing that often holds us back, our own belief in our worth. When you heal that inner wound, when you truly begin to love and accept yourself, the world changes around you. People will treat you differently. They'll respect you more. They'll listen to you more. They'll support you more. Why? Because you've finally treated yourself the way you've always wanted to be treated. This isn't just about changing the way others perceive you. It's about aligning with the most authentic version of yourself. When you heal this one thing, you begin to step into your true power. And that is a force that can never be ignored. Thank you. Healing is a process that transcends physical recovery. It goes far deeper, touching the emotional, mental, and spiritual aspects of our being. We often think of healing as something that happens after an illness or injury. But true healing goes beyond simply fixing what's broken. It's about addressing the root causes of our struggles, the wounds we've accumulated over time, and the beliefs that have shaped our lives. Healing is an ongoing journey of self-awareness, self-compassion, and growth. It requires us to look inward, confront what's been holding us back, and allow ourselves the space and grace to transform. When we heal, we let go of the negative emotions, limiting beliefs, and past experiences that have kept us stuck in patterns of pain and suffering. Healing means releasing the weight of past traumas, regrets, and unresolved issues, and it requires us to make peace with our past so we can create a new future. It's not about erasing the past, but rather about transforming how we relate to it. Instead of allowing past experiences to define us, healing enables us to take those experiences and extract the wisdom from them, shifting our perspective from victimhood to empowerment. Healing also involves understanding and nurturing our emotional well-being. It's not enough to heal physically if our emotions are still in turmoil. Emotional healing requires us to feel, process, and release our emotions instead of suppressing or ignoring them. When we heal emotionally, we learn to respond to life's challenges with resilience and clarity, no longer being controlled by fear, anger, or sadness. Mental healing follows, which involves reframing the stories we tell ourselves and the beliefs we hold about who we are. By changing our thoughts and perceptions, we change the very foundation of our reality. Consciousness is the essence of who we are. It's the lens through which we perceive the world, and it shapes every experience we have. At its core, consciousness is our awareness, our ability to observe, reflect, and make sense of our internal and external environments. It's not just about thinking, it's about understanding, processing, and responding to life's circumstances with clarity and intention. Our consciousness is continuously evolving, and the level of awareness we cultivate directly influences how we experience and engage with the world around us. We are all capable of expanding our consciousness, and when we do, we unlock the ability to see beyond the limitations of our current reality. Most of us operate on autopilot, conditioned by years of habitual thoughts, emotions, and actions. These patterns often limit our potential, keeping us stuck in the same cycles. However, when we raise our consciousness, we shift from merely reacting to life to actively creating it. We begin to see new possibilities, and we become more attuned to the energies and opportunities around us. Expanding our consciousness involves letting go of old paradigms and embracing new ways of thinking, being, and doing. It requires us to be open to change, to challenge our preconceived notions, and to explore unfamiliar territories within ourselves. When we expand our awareness, we start to recognize the interconnectedness of everything. We see how our thoughts, feelings, and actions influence not only our own lives, but also the world around us. We realize that we are not separate from the universe. We are deeply interconnected with it, and this realization empowers us to create change both within and outside ourselves. Expanding consciousness is not just about gaining knowledge, but about transforming how we perceive and engage with the world. That limitless potential exists within each of us, waiting to be discovered. We often think of potential as something we must strive to reach, but in reality, it's already embedded within us. The only thing that stands between us and accessing this boundless power is our perception of what is possible. Too often we limit ourselves based on past experiences, societal expectations, or our own doubts. These limitations, while often subconscious, prevent us from fully realizing the vastness of our capabilities. The truth is, there are no limits except the ones we place upon ourselves. When we begin to recognize that we are inherently limitless, we start to break free from the constraints that have held us back. Our beliefs about what we can and cannot do shape the reality we live in. If we constantly tell ourselves that we're not capable, we limit the opportunities that can come our way. But when we shift our mindset to one of possibility, when we believe that there is no ceiling to what we can achieve, everything changes. Suddenly, the challenges that once seemed insurmountable become opportunities for growth and learning. We begin to see setbacks as stepping stones rather than obstacles. To embrace our limitless potential, we must first dismantle the beliefs that have kept us small. These beliefs often stem from fear, self-doubt, or past failures, but they are not the truth of who we are. We are capable of far more than we realize. By recognizing that we have the power to create, adapt, and evolve, we step into a new realm of possibility. When we embrace the idea that we are limitless, we open the door to endless opportunities for success, growth, and fulfillment, allowing us to reach new heights that once seemed unattainable. Energy is the driving force behind every aspect of our lives. It flows through us, shaping our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Just as the universe is built on energy, so too are we. The energy we carry, both consciously and unconsciously, influences our interactions, our health, and the experiences we attract into our lives. Everything we do, from the smallest thought to the largest action, is powered by energy. What we often fail to realize, however, is that we have control over the energy we emit, and as a result, the energy we attract. Our energy is contagious. When we are vibrant, positive, and full of life, we draw others to us, and we naturally create an environment that supports our well-being. On the other hand, when we are drained, negative, or stuck in a low state, we often find ourselves surrounded by similar energy. This creates a cycle where our energy reinforces the negative experiences we have. But we have the ability to break this cycle by becoming more conscious of the energy we carry. By shifting our mindset, changing our emotional responses, and practicing mindfulness, we can raise our vibration and invite more positive energy into our lives. Managing our energy is not just about staying positive all the time. It's about being aware of how our energy influences our state of being. It's about protecting ourselves from negativity, setting boundaries, and cultivating habits that nourish our bodies, minds, and spirits. The more we learn to direct our energy with intention, the more we begin to attract the experiences, relationships, and opportunities that align with our higher self. When we consciously elevate our energy, we align with the best version of ourselves, creating a life full of possibility, abundance, and peace. Mindset is the lens through which we view the world, and it plays a fundamental role in shaping our reality. It governs how we respond to challenges, how we approach opportunities, and how we perceive both ourselves and others. Our mindset influences not only our thoughts and actions, but also the energy we put out into the world. A fixed mindset, which believes abilities and circumstances are unchangeable, can trap us in limiting beliefs and self-doubt. In contrast, a growth mindset, one that embraces the idea that skills and abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence, empowers us to move beyond the barriers we face. When we cultivate a growth mindset, we shift from a place of fear and limitation to one of curiosity and possibility. Challenges no longer become insurmountable obstacles. Instead, they are viewed as opportunities for learning and growth. Failures are not seen as evidence of inadequacy, but as valuable lessons that guide us on our journey toward improvement. With this mindset, we are more likely to take risks, try new things, and push ourselves beyond our comfort zones, knowing that each step, whether successful or not, brings us closer to our goals. The power of mindset extends beyond our actions. It directly impacts our emotional and mental well-being. A positive, growth-oriented mindset fosters resilience and optimism, which are essential for navigating life's uncertainties. It also helps us build self-confidence as we begin to see that we are capable of growth and change. The more we focus on progress rather than perfection, the more we begin to appreciate the journey itself. Our mindset shapes our reality by influencing how we perceive our potential and how we interact with the world. When we shift our mindset, we change the course of our lives, unlocking new possibilities and creating a life filled with opportunity and fulfillment. That possibility is the space where dreams are born and the future is created. It is the openness to all that could be, the recognition that our reality is not fixed, but instead shaped by the choices we make and the beliefs we hold. When we operate from a place of possibility, we free ourselves from the constraints of what we think is possible based on past experiences, present circumstances, or societal limitations. The idea that anything is possible is not about blind optimism. It is about opening our minds to the infinite potential that exists in every moment. When we embrace possibility, we begin to see opportunities where others see challenges. We stop focusing on what we lack and start recognizing the resources, support, and potential that surround us. This shift in perspective invites creativity, innovation, and new solutions. Possibility encourages us to take risks, to step into the unknown, and to trust that we have the capacity to navigate whatever comes our way. It is the driving force behind progress, innovation, and personal growth. The power of possibility lies in its ability to transform our mindset. When we believe in the endless opportunities available to us, we start to act in alignment with that belief. We approach each day with a sense of curiosity and anticipation, knowing that we are capable of creating the outcomes we desire. When we see life through the lens of possibility, we stop accepting limitations and start looking for ways to expand, grow, and evolve. Possibility gives us permission to step beyond the boundaries of what we think we can achieve and move into the realm of what we truly desire. It is the foundation for all great achievements, and it starts with the willingness to believe that anything can happen. Belief is the foundation of everything we experience. What we believe about ourselves, the world, and our potential directly influences the way we act, the way we think, and the way we navigate life. Our beliefs shape our reality, whether we are consciously aware of them or not. They form the lens through which we interpret every situation, person, and opportunity. If we hold beliefs that limit our potential, we are often subconsciously steering ourselves away from success. But when we shift our beliefs, we shift the entire trajectory of our lives. The power of belief lies in its ability to shape not just our actions, but also our energy. When we believe in ourselves, in our worth, and in our potential, we exude confidence and positivity. People respond to that energy, and doors begin to open. Conversely, when we carry beliefs of inadequacy or self-doubt, we create an energy that repels opportunities and reinforces negative patterns. This is why belief is so important. It affects not only how we see the world, but how the world responds to us. Changing our beliefs requires a deep understanding of the stories we've been telling ourselves. Many of our beliefs are formed in childhood or in response to past experience, and they often limit our ability to step into the person we are capable of becoming. But the good news is, beliefs are not fixed. They are fluid and malleable. When we consciously choose to let go of limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones, we change our entire life experience. The key is to challenge the beliefs that no longer serve us and replace them with ones that align with our true potential. Frequency is the subtle yet powerful energy that we emit at all times. Every thought, emotion, and action carries a frequency, and that frequency determines how we interact with the world. Just as sound waves travel through the air, our energy travels outward, shaping our reality and influencing the people and situations we encounter. We are all vibrational beings, and the energy we put out into the world resonates with others, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate surroundings. What we often fail to realize is that we are constantly transmitting frequencies, and those frequencies are attracting experiences that match our vibration. The key to understanding frequency lies in the idea that like attracts like. If we are in a state of positivity, gratitude, and joy, we attract more of the same into our lives. On the other hand, if we are focused on fear, anger, or negativity, we attract experiences that mirror those emotions. Our frequency is not just about how we feel in the moment. It's about the energy we carry with us throughout our lives. It becomes our signature, the force that shapes the world we create around us. Raising our frequency involves consciously choosing thoughts and emotions that align with the life we want to create. When we practice mindfulness, gratitude, and self-love, we begin to shift our vibration to a higher frequency. This shift in energy not only improves our own well-being, but also attracts positive situations and people. Our relationships improve, our opportunities expand, and we begin to see the world in a new light. By becoming aware of the energy we emit and intentionally choosing to raise our vibration, we begin to align with the highest version of ourselves, creating a reality that reflects that elevated state of being. Miracles are often seen as rare, extraordinary events that occur beyond the scope of everyday life. We reserve the word miracle for the moments that defy logic, moments that we attribute to divine intervention or chance. However, what if we redefined miracles as the natural result of tapping into a deeper state of awareness and connection? What if we recognized that the power to create miracles lies not in waiting for something outside of ourselves to shift, but in our ability to change the way we perceive and interact with the world? Miracles occur when we are able to break free from the limitations of our minds and connect with the infinite potential that exists within us. It's in those moments of clarity, when we transcend our fears and doubts, that we experience the miraculous. We begin to see that our thoughts, feelings, and actions have the power to shape our reality. Every time we choose to let go of fear, to heal from past wounds, or to step into the unknown with confidence, we are creating the space for miracles to unfold. The true nature of a miracle is not that it is impossible, but that it is often outside of our current understanding of what is possible. When we change our perception, we begin to realize that miracles are not reserved for the few or the lucky, but are available to anyone willing to embrace the power of transformation. This shift in mindset opens up a whole new world of opportunities, where the line between what is ordinary and extraordinary becomes blurred. We no longer wait for miracles to happen to us. We begin to see that we are the creators of the miracles in our own lives. Creation is at the heart of existence. From the moment we are born, we are constantly creating our lives, our experiences, our reality. This is not just about the physical world. It's about the thoughts, emotions, and energy we put into everything we do. We are creators by nature, shaping our reality with every decision we make and every action we take. Yet, many of us move through life unaware of this inherent power, as if we are merely reacting to external circumstances rather than actively creating the world around us. To truly understand the power of creation, we must first recognize that it is not something separate from us. Creation is not reserved for artists, inventors, or visionaries. It is a fundamental part of who we are. Every moment is an opportunity to create, and what we create is directly influenced by our consciousness. Our beliefs, thoughts, and emotions form the foundation of our creations. If we are conscious of our intentions, we begin to recognize that we can consciously shape our lives, just as an artist shapes a masterpiece. The difference is that our masterpiece is not something physical, it is the life we build for ourselves. When we embrace our role as creators, we take full responsibility for the energy we emit and the choices we make. This empowerment allows us to step out of the passive role of waiting for life to happen and into the active role of consciously designing the experiences we wish to have. Creation is not just about manifesting material things. It's about creating the life we truly desire from the inside out. The key lies in aligning our thoughts, emotions, and actions with the life we envision, knowing that every step we take in this direction is a step toward the fulfillment of our creative potential.